Amar Food Stores, Al Mishu, fresh halal meat and groceries. Address 613B, Lincoln Road, Triangle, Peterborough. Telephone 01733 687374. Amar Food Stores, Meyar ka naam, Munasab Daam.
हेलो बेटा।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मम्मी जान, ईद की तैयारियां कैसी चल रही हैं?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, तुम्हारी मदद की वजह से बहुत ही अच्छी। अब सबको अपना अपना हिस्सा ठीक से मिल जाएगा। इतनी जल्दी रकम कैसे पहुंचा दी?
ये तो बहुत ही आसान था। वर्ल्ड रेमिट आपकी रकम मिनटों में पहुंचा देते हैं कि आप ईद पर मेरी तरफ से एक अच्छा सा जोड़ा खरीद लें।
माशाल्लाह बेटा, तुम तो अभी घर भी नहीं पहुंचे और रकम मुझ तक पहुंच भी गई। जीते रहो बेटा।
World Remit, a better way to send money. Download the app or visit worldremit.com.
एक बार फिर कुर्बानी का वक्त आन पहुंचा है। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, गुज़िश्ता साल यूके इस्लामिक मिशन ने आपकी दी कुर्बानी को दुनिया भर में 6 लाख से जायद इंतहाई मुस्तहक लोगों तक पहुंचाया। इस साल भी जरूरतमंद खानदानों तक कुर्बानी का ताज़ा और सेहतमंद गोश्त पहुंचाएं। सिर्फ 25 पाउंड से इस्लामी उसूलों के मुताबिक कुर्बानी दीजिए। टू बुक योर कुर्बानी कॉल नाउ 0207 387 2157 or visit ukim.org.
Do you own a restaurant or takeaway? Cater Fair is an expert supplier of new and used commercial catering equipment. Visit caterfair.co.uk for quality equipment on sale at the lowest prices, or call us on 01733 310 115 or visit us at 11 Royce Road, Fengate, Peterborough.
This is Salaam Radio, Peterborough's Muslim community radio. Broadcasting on 106.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio. As always, 106.2 FM, live on Sunday 3 p.m. on this day, this wonderful day packed with lots and lots of promise, lots and lots of excitement. Sadat, I'm actually... I just can't contain myself.
It's coming home.
Don't say it. Okay, say it. You know what? Say it.
It's coming home.
So that welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you.
Just the two of us today. We should be joined by Bidzi shortly. But what a show! I mean,
What a day! Full pack of sports.
But I'm only interested in the football, and I feel awful because I love Wimbledon, and I've hardly followed
watched it. Yeah,
hardly followed it. England
first Italian to get into the Wimbledon final.
Berrettini, yeah.
Berrettini.
We've got the cricket on as well.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's there's
England
nothing
B
really
team embarrassing Pakistan.
There's nothing really worth talking about other than the football today.
Yes, it's got to be, isn't it? It's football all the way. It's how many years? I mean, it's first time, is it, in the Euros? England made it to final.
It's the first time that England have appeared in the finals of a European Championships. Yes.
As Schmeichel said in Denmark, he goes, "Has it ever been home?" I thought that was a bit cheeky. Remember before the Denmark?
Yeah, well, he got his just desserts. He got his just desserts. This is why you should never be cocky before the outcome of or the results been transpired. But before we do go on to the football, obviously we're going to be talking about the football. Guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely want you guys to interact with the show. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you're feeling. Let us know what's going to happen, what you think is going to happen tonight. Where are you watching it? Who are you watching it with? What are the snacks of choice?
I want to hear from anyone who's supporting Italy and, you know, what they think.
There's lots and lots of people. Peterborough has got a big Italian community.
Absolutely. So it'd be great to hear from them.
Particularly around, Woodston sides. There's the ICA there, isn't it?
Yes.
Italian Community Association.
Yes.
So there's going to be lots and lots of Italian fans around as well. You know what? I remember Italia 90.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when, Italy had a really good run.
Baggio.
Yeah, Roberto Baggio. That's what I used to hear outside the house every time Italy used to play and they used to win. I think they got to the... Did they get to the final?
I think is that the one where they missed the penalty? Baggio missed the penalty and he skied it, and then he got threats afterwards.
Germany won the final, I think. Yeah. But Italy were brilliant in that World Cup, and there's a lot of support for Italy here in Peterborough. Obviously, the home nation, England. Literally everyone is.
So what you were saying is we should expect cars on the roads after 10 or after the match hooting away one way or the other, whoever wins.
I think if England win, it's just going to go off. Did you get a letter from your school saying...
Oh, no, I saw your post. Yeah, no, I didn't.
So here's the thing. So some schools I think it should just do a nationwide thing, but it's such a good idea. Some schools have allowed children to come in a little bit later.
Some workplaces have done that. Our workplace was a fight in an and saying should we not, and be a bit lenient if they start late on a Monday morning because they'll be a bit more hangover.
Look, I mean, if England win, no manager's going to call you up for turning up at 11 o'clock.
I don't know
it's just
about
not
that.
going to happen. No, it's not. It's not going to happen. It's not. If England lose, however, and you turn up at 11 o'clock, then somebody might be a little bit antsy. But there was a petition going around, over 100,000 signatures signed asking Boris to give us a bank holiday on Monday.
Isn't it a bit premature though, because we don't know if we're going to win or lose?
Yeah, well, there's going to be a bank holiday because if we win, there should be a bank holiday in England, and if we lose, there's going to be a bank holiday in Scotland. Nicola Sturgeon said, "If England lose, we'll give you a bank holiday on the Monday to all the Scottish people," which is bare banter. This is good banter, good banter. We've got Shabazz Aslam watching. We've got Ray Sabas watching. Guys, get your comments in. Tell us how you're feeling about tonight. The one thing I want to pick your brain on this as well, because there's a lot of people that you don't traditionally associate with following football, and sometimes they get a little bit they get made to feel like outsiders, or you're a part-time football fan. But in this tournament, it feels like they've been embraced. It feels like they've been welcomed.
Even maybe not from the start of the tournament. Is like, especially I'll talk about my other half, for example. It's like football rules, football again, football again, and then as it got closer, as England were progressing, is that a free kick or a penalty?
Oh, really?
So I'm sorry, she goes, "Oh, this is a good game." She goes, "Oh, this is brilliant." I go, "Yeah, England win!" And all of a sudden, we're cheering.
So, this is it. And I think, you know what, I welcome that. It's the unifying nature of the sport, isn't it? Especially when your country's doing well and progressing deep into a tournament. But we're not going to talk just football. Of course, we'll be happy to be sidetracked towards the football anytime anybody wants to make a comment or ask us anything. But before we do, Berrettini, how's he getting on? So last I checked, he was 5-3 down, and Djokovic was serving for the set. So any update on that, or have you?
I'm not following Wimbledon. I'm not following cricket. I'm not following nothing. I'm just, I'm disappointed the kickoff's at 8 o'clock. I want the kickoff to be now.
Yeah,
just so excited. Just want to get the game on.
Okay, but just a little bit of contest with the Wimbledon. Djokovic is going for his
20th, is it?
20th overall Grand Slam and his 6th Wimbledon win. Is that right? 5th or 6th?
6. Okay, no, you're probably right. 6. I'll go with that.
He's won every major tournament at least twice, which is amazing. Because Nadal, hasn't he won like the French Open 20 times in a row? Whatever.
That's the Nadal trophy, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, Djokovic is. And they were talking a little bit about how he's not the people's favourite, he's not the people's champion, he's not really the most popular tennis player on tour.
No, his previous game, what was it, in the semi-final, the other player was getting cheered more than Djokovic, and you see Djokovic cheering right at the end, relief.
So people love to hate on him, don't they?
There is that feeling, which is surprising enough. I'm a bit surprised. I don't know what that's brought.
Do you know, I know Federer's got 20, I don't know if Nadal's got 20. Are Federer and Nadal both on 20?
I think yes, I think so. Because I'm sure when I was watching the Wimbledon, as we were talking about
Andy Murray on 2.
When he won, Andy Murray's on 2. When he started, Nadal won his first. They're saying I think Federer was on 13.
When Nadal won his first,
not when Nadal. Sorry, when Djokovic won his first, and Nadal was probably on 6 or something like that. And then when he got to 9. They were on 16, 17, so he, how quickly he caught up.
So he's the dominant force right now in men's tennis.
Yeah.
Berrettini did break Djokovic to make it 5-4, and now Berrettini is serving to make it 5-5 and has served to make it 5-5.
Wow.
From 5-2, he's brought it back to 5-5.
Wow.
But then Djokovic has gone on to hold his serve, so it's 6-5. So if Berrettini can hold
goes
the
to tiebreaker.
first set, goes to a tiebreak.
Wow.
That looks like an exciting game.
Well, he looked full of nerves, to be honest, the Berrettini, obviously, and expected.
First Grand Slam final.
Yeah, first Grand Slam final, big responsibility on the Italian shoulders.
If you were going to give Italy one trophy today, would it be Wimbledon or the European Championships?
Yeah, Wimbledon all day long.
All day long. You know what, you could take that. We're not big fans of Djokovic either, not on this show. So, Berrettini, I feel like he needs to get past maybe the first set. Whichever way it goes. I mean, if he wins it, he needs to get past it and then just settle into the match.
If he loses it on a tiebreak, I think that'll be good for him in the sense like he's not being demolished 6-1 or 6-3 or anything like that. So he's in the game. And the fact that he's broken Djokovic serve, give him more confidence, so he can do that. You know,
And Berrettini's biggest strength is his serve and his forehand.
yeah.
Those are his two biggest tools.
Yeah.
So if he can get, I mean, he doesn't really want to rally too long with Djokovic, but if
No.
he does rally, he's going to try and encourage Djokovic to put it onto his forehand, and then he can use that. But like you say, he's been a bit tentative with it in the first set.
Some simple shots he missed. He got Djokovic to the net, and it was an open court, and he hit it out.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he had a wry smile on his face, like, "Oh, how bad was that?"
Oh man, I'm just rubbish.
Yeah.
I'm just rubbish. So that's going on. Why do we not want to talk about the cricket, Sadat?
Oh, let's not talk about.
What is it? I mean, we were playing a second string 11, weren't we?
Yeah,
we
because
should have just
England's
dominated.
original squad are all in isolation because of COVID outbreak, and so they didn't want to cancel. They couldn't cancel, financial implications, etc.
Okay.
Then they came up with this team. I think it's Ben Stokes who's captain. Good players. They're not as if they haven't played, but they're obviously all earning their first cap. Well, not all, but most are earning their first cap, and obviously not the team that they would have selected.
Okay.
And they came out and just, it was just like Pakistan was just not at the races. I say bad day at the office. It was worse than that.
Really?
Yeah. It's just terrible, absolutely terrible.
Because the first innings
Just
didn't go too
embarrassing.
bad for them, did it? I mean, they kind of
But
they
the
did
thing
okay.
is,
They
any
chipped
team
away.
that comes over, and obviously with the COVID, I suppose it's restrictions, but in particular when Pakistan do come over, they don't have many warm-up games. And then
Hmm.
before the time, I remember when I was younger, you play a test series, you play against the county teams first, the 3-day games,
yeah.
and you get
The
used to
games
the
that don't really
conditions.
matter.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
want to, get used to the conditions, get out there and everything. None of that, and it just completely showed. That being said, it still wasn't good enough for an international team of
Yeah.
Pakistan standards to fault. I think it was 138 in the first innings, and then it wasn't even close. That's the annoying thing.
Yeah.
Lost.
You kind of lost interest less than halfway through the innings.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's a shame. That's disappointing. But then that's again. I mean, it almost feels like armchair commentary, but that's what you expect with Pakistan: either a thrilling win or a shockingly dismal performance and an embarrassing result.
It's one way or the other, isn't it?
Yeah. So bad luck to Pakistan. But today it's not about Pakistan. Today it's about England.
Yes.
And
yes.
And we're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about like the players that have impressed over the competition as it's gone through. But before we do that, I mean, Gareth Southgate, like the guy is just an absolute legend, right? I was never sure of him as an England manager, never ever sure of him. And even now, I can't really say I love the style of play or I think he's got his tactics or anything like that. But I just feel like he's managed as a manager. That's what you're supposed to do. But he's managed.
Let's rate it in. It's got the easiest run to get to the final, other than Germany.
You can only beat what's put in front
That's
of you.
absolutely true. But you would listen.
Would you rather be lucky or good?
Good.
I'd rather be lucky.
Good.
Everybody says I'd rather be lucky than good.
No. Good.
You'd rather be good.
Yeah. Look. Let's look at the Premier League, for example. United won a few trophies
Yeah, they were
under
lucky.
Mourinho. Under Mourinho,
Quite lucky.
they didn't play good.
They were lucky.
They were lucky
Right.
when they won those trophies, right? Don't like those. You see,
Whereas
when it
now
was
under Solskjaer, they're good.
when Alex Ferguson,
Now under Solskjaer, they're good.
when under Alex Ferguson, they were brilliant and they won trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Under Solskjaer, I wouldn't say they're not lucky, but
They are good.
they are good. They're better.
They're good
They're
and
better.
trophyless.
They're
And under
better.
Mourinho, they were not
They're
good, but they
better.
were lucky and trophy
Yeah, but they're better. But they can for the players that they've got, they can be much better. They
So
should be
you're
doing
saying
much
no
better.
credit to Gareth Southgate, basically.
No, I'm not saying no credit.
What are you saying?
I'm
What are you saying to that?
I'm saying.
Tell me what
I'm
you're
saying.
saying to
Let's read what Junaid Khalil is saying, because he's brought us back to cricket, and he says the Pakistani board was complacent before the tournament began, probably because they knew of the self-isolation. Time to change up the PCB. Yes, always good idea with Pakistan. Never to have that same board.
And his last comment.
A trophy is a trophy. Surely that's all that matters in the end. No.
All right. So
It's difficult.
in your memory of England managers, do you remember Bobby Robson?
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah, that
from
little
Bobby
dance,
Robson
wasn't it? It was that little dance.
onwards.
What year was that when he did that little?
Probably
was it
1990.
86? Was it
Probably 1990.
90? Sorry,
But-
Euros.
okay.
Euros. Yeah, it was the Euros.
So Bobby Robson, who have we had? Terry Venables, Graham Taylor, who have we had? Sven Goran Eriksson, Glenn Hoddle, Kevin Keegan briefly.
Yeah, he was out of his depth, and he
but
realised.
all these, and then who do we have? Roy Hodgson briefly, not too briefly. Out of all of these, who's the best? Okay, you're saying Gareth Southgate. Obviously, he's just lucky.
I'm not.
Who's
I'm
the
not
best
saying.
manager?
I'm not saying he's a
Yeah,
bad
but who's the
manager,
best
but
manager?
it's helped the fact that he's had an easy run, an easier run. Sorry, than most teams. If he was but had he been a great manager, why couldn't he beat Croatia in the semi-finals in the World Cup?
We had a very young team. He was still learning his trade.
All right,
We've had a very young team.
have we been dominant in the games that we have played, in all of the games?
I think we've been very
other than
much-
one game.
Which one? Ukraine.
Ukraine.
We've been dominant. I felt like
Denmark was-
Germany. We were very good.
I think
nullified-
Germany
we
mentally
talked
we got
about
over
this.
them.
We
That
talked
was
about
good.
this.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
I think mentally they did great because it was the German.
Look, let me say something about Denmark.
Denmark,
they
they were-
dismantled Wales. Okay,
No,
they took them apart.
Denmark's a good team.
Denmark lost their first game and then still qualified and got through to the semi-finals. Like that's.
Let's say that. Let's compare them to Italy. They're playing Italy in the final.
I don't know Denmark well enough, and I don't know Italy well enough.
No, but Italy have been dominant throughout the group games. They struggled in one game, I think it was. Can't remember what it was. I think it was straight after they got through.
You give Spain a striker who knows where the goal is, and Italy on in the final. Okay, Spain played Italy off the park in large periods of that game. You disagree? I mean, they beat
Italy
Spain.
had a good time.
Spain
I think
is the-
Italy had
there's
good
the weakest
chances.
Spain. There's the weakest Spain team in a generation, and Italy beat them on a penalty shootout. So I don't know.
Yeah, but overall, Italy have been more dominant in the games than they're not, and Spain is a good team. Spain, listen, even like you say, they don't have a striker, but Spain in every single game have been dominant with regards to possession. They've always good at that.
So basically, what you're saying is you're not going to give Gareth Southgate any credit.
No, I give him credit. I've
How
just said
much
it's
credit?
helped. I think
How
it's
much
helped
credit?
that he's had an easier run.
Yeah, okay. So
That's what I'm saying,
He's
it's
had
assists.
an easy run.
Yeah.
How good has Gareth Southgate been?
We'll find out at 10 o'clock tonight.
No, see, that's the thing. Like, you can't say, yeah, the quality of a manager is based on. I suppose you can.
You can.
I suppose
If
you
he's
can.
not won any trophies, getting to the finals is just not good enough, is it, if you don't win it?
He's not won any trophies yet, but he's.
He's come closest.
So you're not even talking about what we're supposed to be talking about when it comes to a manager. Like, how well has he managed the squad? How well has he rotated? How about the decisions he's made? What do you think
every
about him
decision has
bringing
been-
Grealish on, taking Grealish off?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, every decision.
Kieran Trippier playing left back first game.
The fact that he's got to the final, every decision he's made, can you question it?
You
Can
can't
say-
question
You can't because he's got to the final.
That's what I'm saying.
Otherwise, before the game, we were saying no, not Saka. It should be. Oh my God, his name slipped my mind now. What's his name?
Foden.
No, not Foden. The United player now. God, I
What,
can't believe-
Rashford?
No, on the right.
Sancho?
Sancho, that's it. I knew the surname. Sancho ahead of Saka to give it a bit more balance. Look, Saka's a good player, but I think Sancho's better.
Okay. I'm going to read a couple of comments out, but just before I do
Yes.
that, I want to see who we've got on the line. I think we might have Bidan on the line. Bidan, is that you?
Yes, it is. How you
Hey,
doing?
thank you for joining us. How are you feeling?
Wow, I've never felt so nervous. Like it's worse than when United get to like a final.
It really
It's
is,
just-
isn't it? I don't.
It's just because the whole you can feel just watching the pictures on TV, and I'm about to head out now because I'm just going to go play football five-a-side, and then the place where the Power League where the five-a-side is.
Okay.
They've got a big screen up as well to play a couple of hours of football, and then I'm heading into town now,
Okay.
and it's just I can just feel the atmosphere is going to be amazing. Could have to go through Central and just obviously just getting some of the stuff on WhatsApp, the crowd, and on Sky Sports as well, watching the build-up. It's just incredible. Like, never seen anything like it. And the fact that it's in England as well just makes, honestly, the crowds around Wembley is just insane. And yeah, you can just feel it. You can
Which
feel
fact
it,
makes a good point as well, isn't it? Look,
I'm just
Italy's.
going to read this. I'm just going to read this in a second. I was just going to say, it's brilliant because like so many supermarkets are giving staff the time off from 7:30 to get home and watch the game. So many schools have said we're happy for kids to come in a little bit later. So many employers have said we're happy for you to have the morning off and whatnot. It's not officially a bank holiday, but the whole country is getting behind it. I mean, so that was just talking on air a little earlier about how non-football fans are getting involved in the whole football atmosphere and they're being welcomed with open arms. It's like genuinely like a a national unity going on right now, and pretty much
Yeah,
everybody is rooting for England.
not non-football fans of the unity, even people like Nigel Farage and Preeti Patel, who were critical of the England team at the beginning over the taking of the knee, have decided to jump on the bandwagon. It's almost as though they say what's popular.
I'm just going to read a couple of comments out. Ishfaq Ali's joined the show. Ishfaq Ali saying, love the T-shirt, Sadat.
Thank
what
you.
Are you wearing? Let me just...
It's basketball.
Oh, yeah, Golden State. Yeah, okay. Star said, although I'm Italian for the day, I'm a big fan of Gareth Southgate. I think he's done an amazing job in the World Cup and especially the Euros. I can see him achieving a lot more in the future.
Okay.
Right, Murray Muncher's watching. Ishfaq Ali said, Italy are undefeated in 33 games. Very good team. The best Italy beats the best England, but home advantage will play a part and England will bring it home.
Oh, best Italy beats. So how many of the England, or vice versa, I suppose, how many of the England players will make it in the Italy team, or how many of the Italy players would you put in the England team currently?
How many Italian players would you put in the England team currently?
So the best 11, combined 11.
So
I mean, the keeper I would take Italian keeper over Pickford.
Yeah, Donnarumma.
Well, Pickford's won the Golden Gloves, though. I mean, well, look, Donnarumma is a better goalkeeper. I was saying, obviously, in our WhatsApp, I was saying to Rash for a long time, Donnarumma's a free agent this summer. Should we go and get him? But his agent is Mino Raiola, unfortunately. But
don't get him.
He was somebody that he's been a great. He's only 21. Obviously, similar to Buffon, that came onto the scene as like a 17-year-old.
Yeah, this is the thing. He was starting for AC Milan as a 17-year-old, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
That's
just
incredible.
So great goalkeeper. But Pickford, you have to give him credit. But then again, Pickford is playing in a team which has got at times 7 defensive footballers on the pitch. So but credit to Pickford. I would just give it to Pickford because he's won the Golden Gloves. But
no. I would give it to Pickford, never.
We were talking about this just before we came on air, and I was saying, look, as much as I've followed this tournament, I don't really know the Italian squad. It's like somebody like you might, Bidan. Who is it that in the Italian squad walks into the England team?
Well, look, I don't know whether and I'll keep referring to our WhatsApp group, but yesterday, did you see the thing on Sky Sports News I was talking about where they were Tutto Sport were doing a comparison between the two, and they
player for player,
player for player, everyone equal. The only one that they had sort of clear from the Italians that was better than the England one was weirdly Jorginho. They had Jorginho as an 8 out of 10 player, right? And it was like, they had Mason Mount, who was his equivalent, and they're not even equivalent players. Either they had Mason Mount as a 6.5. So I think that Sam might be being bitter in that, because at Chelsea, obviously Jorginho is in and out of the team, whereas Mason Mount is like the darling. So they might be a bit bitter about that. But I don't know, from Italy, who walks it? The thing is with this England team, is just playing so well. Look, for me, my own personal not hatred, but my own personal thing I'm not too enthused about is our central midfield, Rice and Phillips. So for me, but they actually had Rice as a better footballer than Verratti, which I just think is insane.
That is absolutely insane. Look, I mean, I'd say Jorginho, he absolutely moves the ball so much better than either Phillips or Rice, or all them two combined. So
I mean, look, it's I don't know. Look, Phillips had. Of Rice and Phillips, I think Phillips had the better tournament, and he was against Denmark. I thought Phillips had the better game than Rice, but and I thought that, but they both got taken to the cleaners by Damsgaard as far as I was concerned. He just drops in because he saw that space between the Rice and Phillips.
And there was a patch in the game where Damsgaard absolutely dominated.
And he was winning the game. Yeah,
so that you must have been throwing things at your TV when they were passing the ball in midfield, and we were basically statues in midfield. It was like we were just lumps.
Well, that's the problem. That is the problem with playing those two, which is the thing is also we were talking
that's
about.
That's what I mean. I think the fact that England have, with respect, an easier, they've got through to the final with these players, there's not so much complaints. It's just all of a sudden Rice is a great player, or Phillips is a brilliant player. Phillips should be playing for a bigger club. I think there's rumours even United are offering going for Phillips. But the fact is, that's because we got to the final with an easier run. Had England lost to Germany, it would have been, why are we playing Rice and Phillips in the middle? Why are we not doing more attacking? Why are we not doing this?
And hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? Hindsight's a wonderful thing. But you can again, like,
But you can still be critical of these, even though we've got to the final, and that's what I'm trying to keep a bit of a balance. I'm saying
for me, Rice and Phillips have done a lot better than I would have expected. I thought he'd have,
But what confidence does that have in our defence? In the sense, like we need 2 extra defenders in the side defending midfield to help our defence.
Well,
okay, we've not conceded a goal in open play.
I don't think that's the case. I mean, when you've got Shaw pushing up as high as he does, you kind of need that extra protection. And it's not like they both sit constantly. Phillips does occasionally get beyond Mount or tries to keep up with Mount. Rice occasionally goes for a little run as well. So
it's more defensive.
We've got Maguire sometimes breaking the lines and running to the edge of the box.
Team, isn't he?
The player, I mean, the standout player certainly the last 2 games for Italy for me has been Chiesa. And Chiesa, I mean, depending on who else is on the pitch, he's either coming in on the right or coming in off the left.
Yeah,
and I don't think he's been any more impressive.
Is he their leading goal scorer? Who's the one who scored for Italy?
Well, Locatelli got two early, didn't he? He got 2 in the first couple of games. Chiesa's got 2 as well.
Is it Chiesa coming by accident because I think that one of the players got injured, didn't he? And then he's got selected, he came in and basically he's done well and held his position.
Yeah.
So he's done really well.
But it's interesting. I mean, I wouldn't automatically pick any Italian player over an England player, but I wouldn't automatically say an England player is superior than their Italian counterpart. I think in terms of ability.
I would. There's loads of players like Shaw is a lot better than Emerson. Look, Spinazzola and Shaw was a very close call, and maybe Spinazzola would have shaded it potentially, but then again, Shaw's got the assists, hasn't he? But I don't know. That's a tough one. But Shaw's well better than Emerson, even though Tuttosport disagree. Obviously, look, Mags. I don't think Mags and Stones are as good as Bonucci and Chiellini, though obviously both have had great tournaments. And who is it that plays the right? Is it Lorenzo? Lorenzo Walker. I think it's like.
Walker's got great recovery runs, though. He's really, really fast.
But what do you think to this recovery run stuff? I mean, are you one of the people who thinks, well, he was in trouble, he shouldn't be in trouble in the first place? So who knows? But
no, I'm completely against that. And I mean, I know like Trent has that in his locker as well, doesn't he? But I just think like you only need a recovery run if you're out of position in the first place.
Yeah.
And you're inviting that pass for you to be able to do that recovery run. And you know, fair play to him. He's about 30, 31, and he's still doing it. And he's still one of the quickest in the tournament. But
we've got quite a few comments, but I've
got quite a few minutes. Let's fly through these. Junaid Khalil was saying Donnarumma's made almost 250 senior career appearances already. That's incredible.
You missed Ishfaq's one. I preferred his comment that was above that.
Oh, Sadat Akram is real and speaks his mind and a lot of logic. Images following his heart and saying what his heart wants to hear.
And we're coming into a break. You've only got a few seconds left.
All right. Well, we're going to come back after the break, guys. Give us a few moments. Join us in not too long.
Stay tuned to Salaam Radio after this short ad break.
Everyone can now get free rapid COVID-19 tests twice a week. They show your results within 30 minutes. They also show you're doing what you can to protect your loved ones, your friends, your workmates, and that you want to keep life moving again. Around 1 in 3 people who have COVID-19 have no symptoms and are spreading it without knowing. That could be a friend, a relative, a workmate. It could even be you. Rapid tests are easy to get from nhs.uk/get tested. Let's take this next step safely.
Looking to improve your living space? Plan your dream home with AB Joinery Kitchens and Bedrooms. We design, manufacture and install your perfect kitchen or bedroom to your personal space and taste with clever storage utilising every inch. We pride ourselves on our exquisite attention to detail. Let AB Joinery Kitchens and Bedrooms plan your perfectly tailored space fitted around you. We also offer bespoke services for understairs storage, TV units and feature walls, all designed and manufactured by us. Call us now on 01733 686 767 or visit abjkitchensandbedrooms.co.uk. Open to the trade and public. AB Joinery Kitchens and Bedrooms, Unit 3 Brassey Close, Peterborough, PE1 2AZ. Plan your dream home with us. abjkitchensandbedrooms.co.uk.
Hello, son. Assalamu alaikum, Mum. How are the preparations for Eid coming along?
Walaikum assalam. Really well. Thanks to your contribution, we can make sure everyone gets their equal share. How did you get it here so fast?
Oh, it's easy. World Remit lets me send money abroad in minutes. I actually just sent you a little more before leaving work, so you can buy yourself a nice outfit to celebrate Eid from me.
MashaAllah. Wow, I've already got it. And you're not even home yet. Bless you, my son.
World Remit, a better way to send money. Download the app or visit worldremit.com.
Do you own a restaurant or takeaway? Cater Fair is an expert supplier of new and used commercial catering equipment. Visit caterfair.co.uk for quality equipment on sale at the lowest prices, or call us on 01733 310 115 or visit us at 11 Royce Road, Fengate, Peterborough.
Desi Restaurant is open, so why not order now for your family meal tonight? We've got fish pakora, chicken pakora, charga steamed chicken, lamb and vegetable samosas, biryani, pizza, faluda, jalebi, gulab jamun, samosa chaat, fresh chicken and lamb handi, lahori channa and much more. We've got it all at Desi Restaurant. Special offer, Niari Opaya with 1 naan or roti only £6. Special lunchtime offer from noon to 4 p.m. Chicken or lamb curry and 2 roti only £6. Mixed veg curry or tarka dal and 2 roti only £5. Order now at desirestaurantonline.com and pay online safely, or call us on 01733 555 795. Delivery available, or you can collect for a 10% discount. 298 Lincoln Road, Peterborough, PE1 2ND. Desi Restaurant, the trusted family favourite in Peterborough.
In the heart of Cambridgeshire, this is Salaam Radio.
Welcome back to Salaam Radio, and this is Salaam Sports 106.2 FM. I have to say, I was getting a little bit excited in the first half of the show. If it wasn't for you, Sadat, I would have completely forgotten that we were going into a break. So it was a bit of an abrupt run into the break, and I missed a number of comments which I really must read, because I think you guys watching the show on Facebook are making some really insightful comments. Ishraq Ali, what a joke! Rice is bang average.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Well, not
agreed.
what a joke, but average.
Junaid saying Rice doesn't belong in that midfield, so Jordan Henderson should start instead of him today.
No.
And then Junaid's, Ishraq's always said, Thiago Alcantara, most claps per 90 in this tournament. He did do a lot of claps, to be fair, when he came on for Spain. Bidan, did you see when Thiago came on for Spain?
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, there was that thing that got forwarded around that apparently he misplaced more passes when he came on than Pedri did in like the whole tournament or something like that. I don't know what it was. But,
yeah, I mean, Pedri is another sensational player that I'm sure we're going to be mentioning in a little while. Just thought I'd mention Imran Qureshi is also watching, and he's saying, great analysis, boys. Imran, get a call in, mate. Get a call in and see if we can get some of your comments. And speaking of call in, we do seem to have another caller on the line. Who am I speaking to, Shlomo? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Rashid.
What's coming? Tell you.
Yeah, good. You're live on Salaam Sports. You're here with myself, Imtiaz Ali, Bidan Ganguly and Sadat Akram in the studio. Thank you for calling in. Listen, you've joined just at the right time, because what we're going to do is we're going to go through a team of the tournament. But before we do, Rashid, tell me about how you feeling about tonight.
Obviously nervous, slightly nervous. Hope for an England win. Genuinely,
of course,
but you can't rule out Italy. To be honest,
more hope than confident.
Yes, because you've got to realise this is a really young England side. Average age of teams that win tournaments are like 28, 29. The average age of this England team is 23.
That means we're going to dominate for the next decade. That's what that means, Rashid.
Yeah, yes. Irrespective of what happens tonight. I think Southgate's done amazingly well. I think he's becoming a good manager. He's a lucky manager.
Hey.
He's becoming a very good manager. From getting relegated with Middlesbrough to making semi-finals and now a final. There's a trajectory, an upward trajectory with him. And then all the rest of the stuff from social justice he does, and that's amazing. We all love that. But I think as a football manager, he's becoming a very good manager. I disagree with what Sadat said. He's not that great. He is. He's becoming a very good. We've all had taken the mick out of him in the past, image on the group.
Of course.
I think he's lost relegated with Middlesbrough and all of that sort of stuff. But he is. And the other thing, what people fail to realise, something he's done, he's actually gone off and he went and looked and researched that teams that have won all basically major trophies, as in countries that won the Euros and the World Cup from 1990 onwards. He's looked at how they've done it, and he's taken from that a formula how every country has won the World Cup or the Euros from 1990.
I'm a football man. I'm not a fan of formulas.
Was it Greece or Iceland who surprised with the victory?
And that's why people accuse him of being defensive, because he's seen that having a sound defence generally leads to success in tournaments, rather than going gung-ho and outscoring the first few in the group stages or in the first couple of rounds, then getting knocked out.
For
the quarterfinals.
So that what you going to say about
No, I agree with look, any team, any football league, whatever competition you're in, the defence is the base. Yeah. That's the foundations. If defence is
what
good.
What you said about Greece or Iceland?
I think Greece or Iceland. I mean, you look at the formula. That wasn't a great formula the way they did it.
Well, Greece was just defend and get a goal.
Part of the bus.
They had one guy who could head the ball, and they absolutely did it. I'm going to read out a few comments, and then we're going to just fire straight in. Arslan Ali is saying it's coming to Rome. Thanks for that, Arslan. Thanks for bringing us back down to earth. Ishraq Ali, can this England team make the top 6 in the Premier League? Yeah, probably. Probably, but I'd have to say probably not. Obviously, I think there's some good talent there. And then Janae was saying, "Wow, get Rashid on the show. What a great analysis! It's what Sadat wishes he was." Janae, why are you? That's like that's a compliment and a diss at the same time.
That's a lot of hate there.
Okay, listen. Let's fire straight in. We haven't got long. We've got about 20 minutes. What I want to do is I want to do a team of the tournament. We're going to go straight in. We've already talked about keeper of the tournament. Not keeper of the tournament. We've got to talk about Golden Glove. Pickford's obviously in there. Donnarumma's obviously in there. Bidan, do you want to bring anybody else to the table?
I thought Sommer, the Swiss goalkeeper, was very good. I thought he had a few good games, and obviously he was a hero against France. And I thought he's the only one that springs to mind. Really, he hasn't really been a classic for goalkeeper. Courtois was all right, but by his standards, he didn't have he's not been as good as Donnarumma and Pickford in terms of his performances. But yeah, they're the only 4 that I really thought of, was Pickford, Donnarumma, Sommer, and Courtois.
Pickford hasn't really been tested, though.
I was going to say the same thing. I'd say of those 4, I mean, you could argue the Swiss goalkeeper, because he's probably had a bit more work to do, and Donnarumma's made a few decent saves. Well, made the save in the penalty shootouts, although there was a shocking penalty. Rashid, do you want to suggest anybody else?
You'd probably have to say Schmeichel, because he
good shout.
Oh, yeah, actually, yes.
But I mean, no one's going to talk about Simon, are they?
No.
Well, you know what? At least he did in that penalty shootout. At least he got them through, rather than bringing De Gea on for the penalties. At least he got them through. But he made a mistake.
If the manager had brought De Gea on for the penalties, that would have been the laughing stock, I think, of world football. That would have never gone down well.
But I rate Luis.
It's not the first time that would have happened, is it? Holland did that, didn't they? Just for the penalty shootouts.
The only time that's ever happened, to be honest with you. Everyone thinks that that's a tactic to change your goalkeeper for the penalties, but when they discussed it about Dean Henderson and United, someone pointed out, it's only ever really been done once. So yeah,
it's only ever really been done once, but it is thinking outside the box. And I think if you've got somebody who fancies, I mean, it gives you a psychological edge, because you're like, this is our guy, he's our penalties guy. But I think Schmeichel's a good shout. I think Schmeichel's a good shout. I think should we? What do you reckon to that? I'm thinking Schmeichel or Donnarumma.
Schmeichel, I think. Yeah. Schmeichel. He made some made some big saves.
Bidan's not happy with this. Bidan, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I think either Donnarumma or look, I know Pickford hasn't been tested and all that kind of stuff, but he's been part of a solid defensive unit, I think, and he's won the Golden Glove, so you can't...
He's tried his best to let a goal in, hasn't he, the game? He scuffed a few clearances, he threw it out straight to the opposition. He's tried his best.
I'm going to make an executive decision. Schmeichel it is, sorry, Bidan, you're going to have to live with that. But I'll let you have first dibs on left back.
Who, me?
Yes.
Well, look, again, it's I think there was the 2 obvious ones, which was Shaw. I thought Spinazzola, before he got injured, was absolutely amazing. I thought that Marler guy was quite good.
For who did he play for?
He was Denmark, was it?
Denmark.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What's the right side of his right foot?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
So that for me just thought, what a pass that was.
Wow. Yes, now I remember. Got it. Yeah, this is the right-footed left back who bombed on and then crossed with the outside of his right boot for a simple tap-in far post volley.
It just
cracking
reminded
goal.
me, last time I saw that kind of
Which
pass,
team are we talking about? Denmark. Okay.
Sorry?
Denmark. Yeah,
go on.
Reminds you of
Against Czech Republic. The guy bent it in with his right foot from the left wing, and then the other guy scored. I think Dolberg scored.
Well, it's a charisma special, isn't it?
Well, it was Ruud Hull. I remember Ruud Hullet did that ball into Van Basten, similar ball, and then Van Basten just walked past Tony Adams and just smacked it in. I remember that.
So, Rashid, anyone else you want to suggest in the left back position?
No,
I think we've got some. Well,
I would say Luke Shaw, because he's both defensively and offensively he's delivered. Big time.
Yeah. I mean, there's an England bias. I mean, I'm big fan of Luke Shaw in an England shirt. I think he's been
great considering where he was
The
in the
irony
position.
was, a lot of football commentators and pundits in England were saying Chilwell first ahead of Luke Shaw.
Well, Southgate was saying Trippier left back ahead of Luke Shaw, and he did start with that. Bidan, you can have a choice on this one, mate. Go on.
What was the German's left back? Ishfaq Ali's giving a shout out to the German left back.
Germany's left back was good. Forgot his name though.
Goosens, yeah, he was good. Yeah. But yeah, look, I'm going to go for Shaw because, I think with the assist and him bombing forward, and I think he's got a really good understanding with Sterling as well. And against Germany, I think he got the first assist. So yeah, I think Shaw gets it for me.
Do you know what? We are quickly running out of time, so this format's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allocate a position and I'm going to give it to one of you guys, and you can give us a reason. I'm going to give it to you. You can have the easy one, centre back. You can choose first centre back. Sadat, go for it. Tell us who and why.
Oh my God, I can't. You know what? It's just so biased because I can't go beyond Maguire.
But you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Why should you?
He's come in the team after the the group stages, and he's been brilliant. He's absolutely been brilliant. And
would you credit Gareth Southgate with taking a risk on him, given he wasn't injured, or he wasn't fit to play?
Yeah.
So good manager.
Yeah.
Good, not
a great manager.
I don't care what I said half an hour ago.
No. I didn't say he was not a good manager. I just say I don't think he's a great manager.
Okay, so we've got Schmeichel, Shaw, Maguire. Rashid, you're going to have to give me a non-English player now, second centre-back. And not Chiellini, because I don't like the guy. I'm going to be hating him tonight. I'm going to be hating him tonight.
I don't
want him to be...
They can't go together, Maguire and Chiellini.
Yeah, Maguire and Chiellini can't. Yeah, so can you give us somebody that would complement Maguire at centre-back? And don't go John Stones either. Go on, Rashid.
Yeah, I got Simon Kjær, Denmark. Amazing captain, a leader on the pitch and off the pitch. Top.
Yeah, plus not too many people have saved someone's life during a
game.
You know what? It's only fitting, Bidan, I'm sure you'll agree. It's only fitting that given what he did in the first game, he makes the team of the tournament. So,
100%.
Ishfaq Ali saying VVD.
VVD.
Yeah, I think he's having a laugh.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Right back, Bidan. Right back.
Okay, so I was thinking. So obviously, look, Walker, Aspilicueta, Dumfries.
Aspilicueta's looked good.
Looked good, yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Like obviously we see him regularly in the Premier League, but I thought he's been really.
Level
I mean, he's sensational with the games I've seen him play.
So if we're going to try and save time, I'll give it to Aspilicueta. Like Dumfries was good to start off with. Kufal was good, I thought as well. Walker, obviously we know about. Meunier was all right. He wasn't bad. He had a couple of decent games, but I think let's just go for Aspilicueta.
Yeah, Kufal played well. Dumfries was rapid and created a lot of problems as well. I do like fullbacks that get forward, but yeah, Aspilicueta, you can have no complaints from me on that one. That's a good shout. I think we're going to go 4-3-3, guys.
Okay.
So I just cut you off.
By the way, Image, I've made a huge list of central midfielders. Can I just read them out and we can pick from those?
Go on
then.
Do it. List is yours.
So I've gone
the floor is yours.
Højbjerg, Jorginho, Wijnaldum, Pedri, Pogba, and Verratti.
Pogba's got to be in there for me.
Pogba is absolutely not in there for me. You can't score one goal and have 5 celebrations and then cost your team. No, Roy Keane was absolutely right. Rashid, what do you reckon? Not Pogba, surely. He's a United. By the way, I'm talking to 3 United fans today.
No, it's nothing.
Offensively, he was something else. He was absolutely special. Offensively, yes, he got caught. He did get caught out for the third goal.
He cost them a place in the next round. What are you talking about?
He lost it in the centre circle.
I would put Pedri in that. I think the fact that Pedri just was sensational at his age and what he's done, and he's literally carried Spain on his shoulders.
No, I heard them to roll out that stat about Pedri being only second to Messi in terms of minutes played for Barcelona last season. And how old is the guy? Is he 18?
18, isn't he? Yeah.
That's sensational.
Yeah.
That's such a heavy responsibility on young shoulders. So fair play, Pedri goes in there. But can we just diss Pogba for a little bit longer?
No.
I love watching France play because of what Pogba does, right? He's so entertaining. But he's cost his team. He's cost his team.
He's made one. Well, okay, if he's cost the team, if he hadn't got the goal, wouldn't have been in the lead in the first place.
All right.
So
Bidan, would you have Pogba
one
in
mistake?
your team?
One mistake.
Sorry, go on.
Would you have Pogba in your team?
No.
He's not a Pogba fan. We know that already.
He's a big United fan.
He's not a Pogba fan.
Okay, so Pedri.
If you have a 3-man midfield, you can have Pogba. If it's
Yes.
a 2-man midfield, then you're committing suicide by having Pogba in your team.
We're doing a 4-3-3 with one attacker. It's a double pivot. So think about Pogba. Yeah. So would you have Pogba? Would you have Pedri in that top of
Kante's been.
Pedri.
Yeah. Pedri, and then the other two. I mean, I really like. I'm glad you mentioned him actually. Højbjerg. Can't even pronounce his name. Højbjerg.
Højbjerg.
Yeah.
He played a bit further forward in the tournament, this tournament, to what he does normally, but he was great. He was great.
He was really good, and that's the thing. Like, I never thought he had that in his locker. When he plays for Spurs, you just don't see that side of him. I think, didn't he have like the fewest touches in the box for any like midfielder or whatever it was? I think I saw a stat somewhere saying like has he got 1 goal for Spurs or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, he's not been very offensive for Spurs, but I think he's been really good in the tournament. Sadat, any other shouts?
You obviously Kante, I think it's been shouted out by Ishfaq Ali on there. It's a good shout.
Kante.
No, if you've got Højbjerg, you should have Verratti and Pedri.
Well, we're picking 3 together, or just
we're picking 3 together. I don't know. What did Kante do in this tournament?
Been brilliant.
I mean, Kante's brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but he's not made the difference when he mattered. Right? If Pogba is the liability that he is, then Kante should be shoring it up, and he wasn't able to do that. You don't concede 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of a game, crucial game like that, and he's got to take the blame for. He's got to take the blame for that, as well as some of the guys who are in the limelight. So for that reason, I'd say Kante no.
None of the French midfield altogether.
Ishfaq Ali saying, "How can you not have Kante?" It's because I'm thinking with my heart and not my head. Ishfaq.
Again.
Sadiq Ishmael's commented saying, "Which channel commentary do you prefer? BBC or ITV?" Taking into account half the population will be watching football today are not fully football educated.
So just to let you know, Clive Tildesley didn't get the final. It's gone to Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon. I think Ali McCoy and Clive Tildesley did Thursday night, and they were Wednesday night.
I don't like Lee Dixon.
I don't like Lee Dixon. Yeah.
By the way, BBC have just outdone ITV. You know, ITV were going to start at 6:30.
Yeah.
And BBC have just announced it's starting from 6:20.
Right, that's it. Well, we're starting from 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon here on Salaam Radio. That's how we do it. Thanks for your comments. Junaid said, but then again, Lloris isn't great either. To be fair, he's right. So I'm just going to say Verratti.
Okay.
I want to say Pedri.
Pogba.
And I'm not going to say Pogba. No, I'm going to say
Højbjerg
Højbjerg. I'm going to say Højbjerg.
You have Højbjerg there.
Yeah, I'm going to say Højbjerg. Yeah, definitely. All right, 3 up front. Sterling on the left. That's my contribution.
Okay, it should be Sterling, Kane, and Chiesa to be the 3 up front.
Sterling, Kane, Chiesa. I agree with Sterling. Are you sure you don't want Orazabal, however you pronounce it?
Oh my God.
The Spanish striker couldn't finish that header from 6 yards out.
I'll give some honorary shouts out. Look, Fosberg was good. I thought so. Schick, Ronaldo.
I think I was going to come out with
Schick was good.
I think the other guy. I know he scored that goal from halfway line, but the other goal that he took the other day was just one touch and banged it in. It was brilliant. I think he's ahead of Kane.
So Lukaku was good. Dolberg's surround sound was good. Damsgaard, if you can play him as a winger, I think Damsgaard's been one of the players of the tournament. So, but I didn't mention him in midfield.
Do you know what? Yeah, I mean, Damsgaard was sensational.
Mikkel Forsberg. De Bruyne was good, but obviously had his problems. And Insignia shower gel was good as well.
What about Lukaku? Honestly, I'm not joking. Lukaku, like if you had a team like that behind him, somebody like, you know what?
Lukaku, Ronaldo.
Yeah, I mean, Lukaku, he got a couple of goals, didn't he? There was one. Okay.
So look, the problem with Lukaku is his first touch. His first touch is a long pass.
His first touch is more powerful than his shot.
His first touch has improved over the
Well, they say that, you know, his first, he plays like he wears jeans, and he plays like he wears Timberland as well.
So I absolutely love this. Do you know what? I've got 3 United fans here on the show with me today, and I've probably got more love for Lukaku than the 3 of them combined. Honestly, I don't know why. But you guys, you moved him on, and I think Lukaku's sensational. Like, there was this ball played into him, into the box, back to goal, and he muscled the guy, just moved the ball, turned on it, and smashed it in from like 8 yards. And the very next day, England were playing, and Kane got the same ball and it bounced off his foot. And we don't say Kane's first touch is rubbish or Kane isn't strong enough, or, you know, Lukaku just muscled his way through and it was like I've got the back to goal, I've got a defender on my back, play the ball into me, I'll turn and shoot and score. That's how effective it is. And he's great in the air. And he's not slow. He's relatively quick as well. Yeah, his first touch can be better, and he's not a brilliant dribbler. We've all seen that clip where he's trying to dribble and he kicked the ball out. You know, we've seen that. But in this tournament, like, realistically, I mean, can you...
qualifying out of the group stage of the Champions League. He cost into qualifying out of the qualifying.
We're talking about the European Championships. We're not talking about
the line.
We're not talking about the Champions League qualifiers. Junaid Khalil saying Lukaku's probably 10 shoe sizes bigger than Kane too, which means he's probably more likely to be offside.
Poke it in.
Yeah. So you guys are not a fan of Lukaku. Let's drop Lukaku. Cristiano Ronaldo, Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe.
No,
I don't think Mbappe lived up to his potential.
The hate of Pogba comes from him. He missed so many chances.
Yeah.
Pogba gets blamed for, even if Pogba set him up.
True.
And then
I mean, the best goal that Mbappe scored was the one that he was offside for. That was a sensational finish. Wasn't it? A little curl into the bottom corner.
Yeah, against Germany. That was brilliant.
That was really, really good, but it didn't count for now. We didn't even mention Griezmann. Like, you know, we're talking about Griezmann because he's not really done much.
No.
So I think Sterling's nailed on, right? Are we saying Chiesa's nailed on, guaranteed in this team?
He should be, in my opinion.
It's like Chiesa's been good, but he's been good for 2 games. Yeah, I'm kind of siding with you there, Bitsy. Like, I think the Italian attack has been good. I don't think one player in the Italian attack's been good. Like England, Sterling's been good, right?
Yeah.
And others have played a bit part. I feel like Immobile, Insignia, they've done okay. Chiesa's
collectively they've done good.
Collectively done okay, and Chiesa's taken his chances, but I don't feel like he's like unpicked the lock. You know, he's kind of received.
Chiesa's the most dynamic one out of the front 3. Immobile is literally immobile, right?
Yep.
Can't do anything. He's only got 2 goals,
named.
right? Insigne he's done okay, but he's 30 odd. Berardi, again, he's at San Solo, but Chiesa's the one that's this sort of dynamic, and he's quick and he's strong, and he just goes for it. And then that's what you want. You want somebody just goes for it, doesn't care. Doesn't care about reputation. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to play my heart out and I'm just going to go for it. And that's what he does. And the fact that we've all seen his dad play.
We have all seen his dad play, yeah. And, it's just brilliant watching players coming off the bench for Italy.
Belgium winger's been mentioned a couple of times on the Facebook.
Which one?
Doku.
Jeremy Doku. I'd go Jeremy Doku. Do you know what? Jeremy Doku...
He played 1 game though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he come in for the last
against Italy?
They lost.
Oh right, the game they lost to Italy in the second round.
So I don't know. Like Doku was, I only really saw him. He started obviously against Italy when they went out in the round of 16, but. So I can't really say that he's done that many good performances to justify being in the team of the tournament. But yeah, he's a shout. Obviously,
he was a threat in that game, wasn't he, all the way through?
Yeah, I think Kane's got to go in because he's got his 4 goals, but he missed that penalty for God's sake, you know. And he's, I don't know. He's.
What about Ronaldo? Do you think Ronaldo? Look, Penaldo. I know 3 of his 5 goals were pens, but you know he's still doing it at the age of 36 and.
Yeah, I mean, if
Ronaldo,
somebody
do you
gave you a choice of which striker to put down the middle in the biggest game of your managerial career, and you had a choice between Kane and Ronaldo, you would pick Ronaldo even now.
Yeah,
of course you would.
Especially with the likes of Sterling's helping out on the wing.
Yeah,
with the assists that they provide Ronaldo. I think
Junaid Khalil was having a laugh saying Bruno Fernandes. What's happened to Bruno Fernandes? Is he just like burnt out? He's played a lot of games. I know.
I think
he's hugely burnt out.
I don't think he's been rubbish. I just don't think he's been anywhere near the level that he was at.
He didn't get. I think he came on as a sub as well, wasn't he? He wasn't a starter.
You've got to bring, if you're going to take Bruno, you've got to talk about Jota's misses. The amount of time he was set up.
Nobody's even mentioned Jota. Why are we bringing Jota?
He was absolutely awful.
Jota's not even in this team. He's nowhere near this team. Bruno Fernandes is near this team. Do you get it?
Bruno didn't have a good tournament.
No, he didn't.
Jota has the worst tournament. If we're going to
Ishfaq Ali saying Patrick Schick as well. We mentioned him. Schick was. He scored a goal of the tournament. Is that goal of the tournament? Schick's goal?
Oh yeah,
has to be in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen. Yeah, I really like the outside of the boot one that we were talking about earlier for Denmark, and then the volley of the back post. But Schick's goal was sensational.
From halfway line, it's got to be a great.
It's got to be. It's got to be. Okay, so who do we end up with? Sterling, Chiesa,
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
If we're putting in front,
I say let's go Ronaldo.
Forget. Got to be
You know
Ronaldo.
what? If we say Ronaldo, you know what happens? If we say Ronaldo, then Kane scores a hat-trick tonight, and we're all happy, even though we don't know what we're talking about.
Let's do Ronaldo then.
Yeah, let's do Ronaldo. Let's do Ronaldo.
Okay.
Ronaldo. If it goes to pens, we win.
Guys, did you see the Christensen's goal? I didn't. Which one is that? Junaid Khalil saying Christensen's goal.
Against Russia.
Against Russia.
I didn't. I must have missed that. Did you see that one?
It was from the
Probably
edge of the
seen it,
area.
but I can't.
Yeah, he came running in and you just absolutely levered it, top corner, top bin sort of thing.
Better than Schick's?
Better than Pogba's?
Oh, Pogba's was lovely.
Pogba's was a great goal.
Pogba's was a goal as well. Guys, listen, I'm going to have to call it time there because we've pretty much got 1 minute of the show to go. But Bidan, Rashid, thank you both so much for joining us for this little segment. I hope you're super excited. I hope you have a really, really good kick about at the five-a-side later, Bidsy, and I hope you all enjoy the match and it goes the right way for you. Thank you so much for joining us. Assalamu alaikum.
Ishfaq saying the free kick against England is up there. No, that's Pickford's fault for me.
The free kick against England was a good goal as well. I thought it was a good goal,
but I think Pickford should have done better.
Yeah, I think he should have.
Because it wasn't in the corner.
But listen, we're out of time. Wow.
It's coming home.
It's coming home. It's coming home, guys. Enjoy the football wherever you watch it. And do you know what? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, we've had a great run. If it happens, it happens.
If it doesn't happen, then he's not a great manager.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as it's a good game, we enjoy it, and it comes home. I'm sure that's the main thing. Junaid Khalil saying it's coming home. Junaid Khalil also saying he's a centre back ? Oh, as in like the Christensen, yeah. So Christensen smashed the edge of the box and he's a centre back. Thank you so much to everybody who's contributed to the show with your texts and your questions and joining in with us. That's been really, really fun. And like I said, we'll join you again same time next week, 3 p.m. next Sunday, and hopefully England will be European champions. Assalamu alaikum.